Hey guys, welcome back to Cereal at Midnight. My name is Heath Holland, and in this episode, got a quick pick for you. We're talking about the new 4K release of Night of the Blood Monster, aka The Bloody Judge, from Blue Underground. Now, right off the top here, first of all, done a little bit of black tape censoring here because this cover is not safe for all audiences. This one is the reversible art sleeve is that's safe. I like that classic artwork too. No boutique Blu-ray distributor, 4K distributor, disc distributor has taken more risk, I believe, with their 4K output than Blue Underground. I talked to Bill Lustig about this a couple of years ago when he had still early. He'd done 8 or so 4K releases. He is committed. Blue Underground is committed to getting like everything they can out on 4K. And the risk in that is, of course, 4K is the least selling format and the most expensive one. So I just want to applaud the fact that I'm holding Night of the Blood Monster on 4K. It's an incredible restoration. Blue Underground always does top-notch 4K restorations. I can't think of any of them that were underwhelming. They all look good. Now, I should say this. There are going to be people who watch this and see some anamorphic lens distortion in this. Some of the people are a little stretched out. That's the lens. That's not the 4K. A 4K restoration is not going to distort someone and make them stretched out. I guess it could. That's lens distortion. So know before you go. That's just inherent to film, especially film from this. What's this? A 1970 movie. Now let's talk about Night of the Blood Monster. It is Christopher Lee. It's directed by Jess Franco or Jesus Franco. And I continue to struggle with Jess Franco. I just don't really get it. And I keep trying. I keep watching his movies. I think my favorite Jess Franco movie is another Blue Underground release. This is The Girl from Rio. Franco movies, I'm telling you guys, a lot of you already know, but there are going to be people who watch this that have never maybe seen a Jess Franco movie, and they want to know what they're going to be getting with this. There's a lot of worship of the female form. There's a lot of it's like a fetishization of. It's almost like female worship. There's usually a torture element or a domination element to a lot of Franco movies, and it just doesn't connect with me because really, that's kind of all there is. There's not this great story to fall back upon. Or if there is, I've yet to see that Franco movie. It's imagery. It's the worship of the female form. This movie has a lot of torture of the female form, which again, it's not really for me. I feel like there's probably a lot of European, maybe even Catholic stuff tied up in a lot of Franco movies that I just don't connect with because I don't come from that world. It's hard to talk about Night of the Blood Monster or The Bloody Judge without talking about Witchfinder General because they're very similar in concept. Witchfinder General is Vincent Price as a witch hunter in puritanical America, early America, basically hunting down women that he wants to have. There's the subtext is huge, right? But hunting down women, calling them witches, and punishing them, right? This is kind of the same thing, but a much different approach. I do connect more with Witchfinder General than I connect with Night of the Blood Monster, just because it's more cerebral. Might not be the right word, but you know what I mean. It's a little bit more. There's a little bit more there. There's a little more meat on the bones there as far as thematic, themes and elements. Christopher Lee is the judge. There's a historical figure, Judge Jeffries, the infamous 17th century witchfinder. He's a real guy. This is sort of that historical horror thing, though I would not come to this expecting historical accuracy. You come to this for, bondage and torture is what you come to it for. Like, scantily clad women. Maria Rom is the, Maria Schell. Yeah, Maria Rom as well. Maria Schell, Maria Rom, Leo Jen. This is produced by Harry Alan Towers, who had married Maria Rom. And I like Harry Alan Towers. His production company, one of the greatest exploitation names, Towers of London was his production company. That's great, right? But his movies are exploitation. They're bottom of the barrel most of the time. There's a place for that. There's a place for this. The double punch of Harry Alan Towers and Jess Franco for this I just wish there was more here. I just wish there was more. That's all. I should also mention this is the uncut version. So I think the past versions of this movie have been like an hour and 23 minutes, somewhere in there. This is like another 20 minutes longer. There's footage, I think it's German footage that's been added into it. So that's subtitled because we don't have a dub version of that. So if you're watching that as well, that's not, nobody made a mistake. That's German footage that's been put back into this to give us like an extended unrated cut here. It's loaded up with special features too. We got count them, three audio commentaries. One with Troy Howarth and Nathaniel Thompson, one with Kim Newman and Barry Forshaw, and another with David Flint and Adrian Smith. That's on the 4K and the Blu-ray. The Blu-ray also has Bloody Jess, interview with director Jess Franco, and stars Christopher Lee. Judgment Day, interview with Stephen Thrower, author of Murderous Passions, The Delirious Cinema of Jesus Franco. In the Shadows, interview with filmmaker Alan Birkinshaw and author Stephen Thrower on Harry Allen Towers. That's kind of worth the price of admission already because I like the more, like scholarly academic deep dives on some of these bottom barrel exploitation directors. That's good. That's a really good feature here. Deleted and alternate scenes, trailers and TV spots, and then a still gallery. I showed you. You got two pieces of artwork. The other side of this is this artwork right here. This is brand new from Blue Underground. If it's your cup of tea, know that the movie has never looked better, and that's you're getting a mountain of special features. I applaud Blue Underground for continuing to do this. Even when the movies don't necessarily work for me, I know the audience is there. And I wanted to cover this. I wanted to cover this movie, and also I wanted to cover the Blu-ray, the 4K release, but I also wanted to let you know what I think about the movie. I've watched it. I've watched the extended cut. I want to connect with it. I want to believe. You know what I mean? So let me know what you think about Night of the Blood Monster, a.k.a. The Bloody Judge. It wants to be Hammer. It wants to be Amicus, but it's not. It's not. It's something else. We'll talk about it in the comments below. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Till next time, I will catch you later.